Good evening and welcome, folks, inside the Rath Eastlink Community Center here in Truro, Nova Scotia, as we get set for some Nova Scotia U13 North Conference Championship action between the Truro Bearcats and the Pictou County Crushers. As we get set, the Pictou County Crushers finished off their conference in first place on the year. As getting the nod for them here in the finals is number 1, Grayson Chasson. 200 feet down from him for the Truro Bearcats. Wearing number 31, Max Sims, as we get set for action. The sticks are banging, and all we await is the puck drop. Thanks for tuning in here on High Button Sports. I'm Logan Carruthers, and the Eastlink Community Center is a little bit noisy here to start this championship match-off. Truro finishing in 4th place of 4 in the regular season, but a different story come playoff time as they finish 2nd here this weekend. That has them in the finals against the Pictou County Crushers as they work it in over the line. Beasley, he had 2 goals. Here's a chance and a good stick. Breaking that up was Hampton. Puck work back. Gill's going to elect to back off as out come the Crushers. Making a move through the neutral zone. Number 75. We'll have to get a name for him on the roster as he is a call-up for this final matchup against the Bearcats. It's McGinnis on the half wall. Looking to get it out past Janes. And here comes the Bearcats through the neutral zone. Good job to control it as that was Geddes. Puck work back here. Centered. Off through the neutral zone, trying to work it out. The Bearcats, good hold at the line there. Marr had it go off a skate, and the Bearcats will chip that puck off a stanchion at center. Pictou on the fortunate bounce, trying to break it back in. Good break up there by McGilvery. Up over the blue line, here comes McGilvery. He lets a shot go, that one off a stick and into the corner. Marr off the end wall to the far side. DeVourge up, trying to work it out. Good hold there on the line, but it was only momentarily as Pictou works it back to center. Chisholm bumped off the puck there over the blue line, and out comes McGilvery for the Bearcats. To center, he'll dump that in. Sorry, that was Kever, as the Bearcats look to establish a forecheck. As they get in there, trying to work the puck out, with the Crushers working it up the wall. Now back into the neutral zone, here's McDonald. Had it go off of his skate as he works it up. Pelly off the bench into the action. Pelly up over the blue line. Got to be careful not to set himself offside. Pelly, nice move around one. Had it knocked off his stick there. As coming back with a good defensive play was Merriam. A shot off the side of the net into the slot and worked out by the Bearcats. Gill, he'll dump it in at the blue line. That'll be sent around to the half wall. Stepping in, a big thunderous hit there. Will draw the first power play of the game, and it looks like it's going to go to the Bearcats as off the bench and into the action was number 5, Samuel Geddes. He's back to the bench now and under her own power, and in the box too for the body contact will be number 12, Owen Bailey. He'll sit for 2 or less. The first power play of the game is going to go to the Bearcats here in this championship matchup. Beasley on the draw, as mentioned. He has 2 goals in the semifinals, if you were to call it, against the Antigonish Bulldogs in a 2-1 victory to send them here to the finals. As this picked up, Gill off the wall to the far side and centered. Picking that up with a little bit of speed. It'll be worked up by Caver. He'll chip it in. All the way down below the goal line. A slap shot goes off the official. Clearing attempt out into the neutral zone. Good job by the Crushers, killing off the first half a minute of this penalty kill. That one right on net will be held on to. Good job there to freeze play. They'll change up the power play units. As it'll be an offensive zone draw now for the Crushers on the penalty kill as it's worked back to the neutral zone. The Crushers doing a good job here so far on the penalty kill. They've forced Truro back into their zone once again. Off the skate, it'll be picked up Trying to look for an option up ice. So find it. Up here comes the Bearcats. That'll be chipped in. Weatherby, he'll give chase. Back there is Avery. He reverses. Nice play. That'll leave time. This will be cleared all the way down by Lucy Timmins. All the way down into the Truro zone. Back forward is Lauren Brooks. She'll center. Off a stick. James trying to work it back in at center ice at the Truro Bearcats team. McKay back to his defender, and a shot will be cleared all the way down. It looks like it's going to trickle in, and we'll see if Sims holds on once again. Yes, he will. And another stoppage of play here. 11:01 remaining in the opening period. Couple chances for both teams. Puck moving lots through the neutral zone as face-off worked out by Truro. Trying to work it in was Hill at the blue line. DeVorge, he'll send it back past Smith all the way down into the Truro zone. Smith, he'll get pressed out by Jane Smith. He'll play it around the wall to the Zamboni door up the half wall. Stepping in, Chisholm tried to intercept that, went onto the stick of Beasley, and out comes Merriam. Merriam to the blue line, he'll send it across for Hill. Hill trying to stop up, was unable to. He was trying to pressure that out, and a good job by the Pictou County Crushers to kill that off. Shot from the point, and a save there by Grayson Chasson. Back to 5-on-5 action here as McDonald. He'll work that through the neutral zone. Through the center of the ice, he'll pull it to the backhand. McDonald into the corner, ran out of room. Chisholm in there, he'll scoop the puck off of McDonald to the point for Bailey, out of the box. Bailey lets a shot go, that one raised up high, over top of the shoulder of Sims. Nice move off the wall, here's a chance, Chisholm, bar down, he scores! A power move off the wall, and Rowan Chisholm has the Pictou County Crushers on the board, 1-0 in the championship matchup. What a shot there from Rowan Chisholm to give the Pictou County Crushers a 1-goal lead in Truro. He made a nice move off the half wall and made no mistake up over the glove hand side of Max Sims. And we have our first goal of the game as McGinnis is going to have a talking to here with number 75. I'll try to pull up the name on the roster. As back to action at center ice, it'll be worked back by the Crushers in their own zone. Nice pass here for Pelly up over the blue line. Pelly, he'll let a shot go from the outside into the chest of the goaltender. Max Sim holds on for the whistle. Sam McDonald and Kyle Sangster, number 75, the call up here this evening. He's on the left wing out there with Pelly. As Pelly on the draw lost that back to the point. Sangster picking up an assist along with Sam McDonald in the first goal for Pictou as they'll work it back into the offensive zone. In there pressuring, trying to work it out was Greta MacArthur. She finds Pelly's shot there, raised up through the crease to the far side. Merriam trying to work it out. He takes a bump, was unable to get it out. As good hold on the far side. Joseph Avery stepped in, overskating that, turns it over. As that puck, Greta MacArthur tried to center it, was unable to off the skate. And Truro turns it over, back they come. McGilvery tried to find the man, was Keever. Good stick there. Pelly right onto his stick though. He'll work it in over the blue line. Pelly with some room, waiting, shooting. That one blocked by the defenseman for Truro. Good job sacrificing the body was Lauren Brooks. Is right back. Here comes Pictou on the attack. Hampton down in below the goal line. He works it on his forehand. Good pressure there by Brooks. Trying to work it out from behind the net. There's a delayed call up coming here. Truro going to head back to the power play. Is onto the stick of the captain. Trying to work it out. Was unable to. Is penalty upcoming for... We'll wait to see. I believe it might be a high sticking call. We'll have to wait and see. But Timmins to the box. The second, or a hooking call to Timmins. The second power play is going to go to the Truro Bearcats once again. They were unsuccessful on the first one. Last time these two teams met, the Pictou County Crushers with a 5-3 victory. That was just yesterday here in Truro. As it's worked back down low, trying to work it and set up the power play. That's Beasley on the half wall. He'll work it down low. Hill poked that back into the corner. Merriam tried to get to it. Clearing attempt, fanned on, and worked back down for Hill. He overskated it, and that'll be cleared up the middle of the ice all the way down. Good job there to make sure it got all the way down. Evan Marr, 200 feet as he was below his goal line. Up ahead, Hill. Nice drop pass there. As here's Merriam with some speed through the neutral zone. He'll drop it off for Hill. Looking to set things up. Good stick, knocks that away from him. And out comes Pictou. A flip there as McDonald will peel off for the change. Good kill here for Pictou so far. Not allowing anything to the interior for the Bearcats as that puck gets sent all the way down. Once again, this time, back for it is Parker. He's pressured into the Zamboni door. Trying to work it out is Parker on the wall. Brooks in there trying to help him out. His job there supporting was Brooks. She'll find McInnes up the wall to center, and that's as far as that'll get us. Janes right back into the line. McInnes had it poked off of his stick. Here's MacArthur. She's going to pressure that puck. Loose one, and the whistle gone early. And MacArthur a little bit confused on that. She never touched the puck, never controlled it. So MacArthur thought that she could have got it. The official going to have a talk there saying maybe my bad. That was a little bit of a premature whistle. Potentially MacArthur was a little bit upset as that face-off from Pictou once again on the penalty kill into the offensive zone. Worked around the boards. Trying to work it out. Unable to is pressured there in front of the Truro bench. Pelly battling with Weatherby. He'll chip it to the center. Kyver and a delayed call upcoming. We'll wait and see. It's 2 for head contact will be the call. So some 4-on-4 action here with 6:40 remaining as Weatherby to the box. 2 for head contact. Only 16 seconds remaining on the penalty. To Timmins as she awaits to head back on. For her squad, they'll have an abbreviated minute and 44-second power play as James wins that back on the draw to Bailey. Bailey, he'll let a shot go wide. Over to the far side, looking for an option. Nice move around. One on his backhand, was unable to get the shot away, was McGrath. Cleared all the way down. Still time on the clock, so that'll go all the way. It'll be an icing call as time expires on the clock because the shot was taken before the penalty was expired. It was still a couple seconds remaining. The shot trickled its way down. It's going to allow the player Timmins to enter back on as she'll stay out for the draw here as she digs in. Across from her is Emma Keever. As Keever trying to work it on the draw, he'll work it back into the corner. Trying to clear it out. The Bearcats, high clear off the stick of Bailey. McGilvery picks that up. McGilvery, good stick though. On the back was McKay as he poked that away as Bailey throws it across here to the short side. Janes pressuring Kyver and work back. Timmins, she'll drop it off. Bailey, he'll work it D-to-D to the far side. Up ahead for Timmins. Had it go in behind her. Right back onto the stick though. Here comes McKay, the captain for the Pictou County Crushers. Stopping up, looking to set things up here on the power play. That was Hampton. He'll cycle that back down low. Gill gets to it first. Gill, he'll clear up the middle off the skate of Janes onto the stick of Timmins and was unable to get anything away. Bailey, good hold, stick to skate. He'll center. Hampton, nice move. Working it in. Hampton, shot, scores! Another snipe for the Pictou County Crushers as Sam Hampton has his team up by 2 as the captain ripping that one. This time over the blocker side of Sims. And the Pictou County Crushers lead by 2 here in the finals of the North Conference, the U13 AA division. Chisholm back out to take the draw for the Crushers. Remember, he's got the first goal of the game. Is off the draw. It's going to be worked back, and it'll be held on to smartly and calmly by Chasson. 5:24 remaining here in the period. Pictou up by 2 as they'll have to defend here. Is an offensive zone draw for the Bearcats. Chisholm in there once again, and the referee's going to stop it and tell Hill, and I believe that's McKay. She'll have a word with her linesman there, making sure McKay and Hill stay out before he drops it. As up, here comes Pictou off the draw. Chipping that puck up ahead. McDonald skates onto it. McDonald in the corner. Now below the net. Sam McDonald has an assist in the game. He gets crunched as he spun around. Over to the far side. Beasley plays it back. Brooks behind her net. She'll chip it around. Man up the wall for Hill. Hill trying to clear it out. Mara holding it in to the far side. McDonald cycles. Chisholm in there on the pressure. Back around. Here's McDonald towards the net. Chisholm had it poked away from him. Back to the point. That'll be sent back in. DeVoorge knocked down. Merriam finds a man, as that'll be a nice chip. Trying to work it around for himself. Here's Beasley. Good stick to knock it away. Marr, good job covering over for his defense partner as Hill tried to center that puck. Was unable to do it successfully as Pictou once again right back on the attack. Chisholm one-on-one. Chisholm going to use his speed. Chisholm in alone to his backhand. He scores! Rowan Chisholm, 2 goals on the evening, and he gives his squad a 3-goal lead. What a play and what a move. Rowan Chisholm outweights the goaltender Max Sim onto his backhand and gets it elevated. And a timeout called here by Truro, trying to settle things down. As 4:14 remaining in the opening. A timeout will be called. We'll be back here for action in 30 seconds time. Welcome back, folks. What a goal by Rowan Chisholm before the timeout as he split through the defenseman, outweighted Sims to his backhand and got it elevated just enough. He's got his second goal of this one. Is off the draw, working it back in. Pelly to the net, he shoots, rebound, and the whistle gone again. No goal. So whistle gone early. Brooks up in the face of Pelly. Is a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. 3-goal lead here, just outside of 4 minutes remaining on the clock in the opening period. As Pictou County coming out in the first period with 3 unanswered goals to start this one off. Here's another chance. That drive past the glove side and wide on the back of the net. Sangster trying to work it off. Brooks comes out with the loose puck, pressured. MacArthur and Brooks collide in the corner as here comes Truro with numbers up through the neutral zone. Here come the Bearcats trying to center there, and a good back check by Sangster. Up the wall, good read there, is chipping that in. On the wall, I believe, was Butcher. Down low, Pelly helping his D-man out. He'll send it hard up the wall. Good hold by Smith. Smith, a drive, and a save held on to by the glove of Grayson Chasson.
Sangster receiving some praise on the bench from his teammates after that good back check there, as he made a great effort and a great play on the back check. His teammates appreciating that. The call-up with a point in the game, and now contributing on the defensive side of the play is that puck on the draw. Work to the wall. Timmins aggressively knocks over her man as out comes Pictou. Janes with a step. Janes works in, shoots up over top, as I believe that went off the knob of the stick of goaltender Max Sims, as he looks to try to shut the door for the remainder of this one. But it's been Pictou. 6 shots on goal to Truro's 3 here so far, and a great start in the championship game for the team in white. Hampton at the point. He'll work it down for Janes. And that puck worked off the bench. Hampton slowed up, and now it'll be whistled down as Hampton thought it went off the bench. It wasn't immediately blown down. He looked at the ref, then touched it, then the whistle went. It looks like it's going to go back into the offensive zone. Hampton, he has the second goal of the game, as the clearing attempt should be back into the offensive zone. No, it won't be. It'll be back outside of the zone. Chisholm on the draw, won that back. Here's DeVoge over the far side. McDonald, saucer pass, just in behind the intended target, as that'll be picked up in the corner, trying to work it out of there. Nice move to the point. A shot there. Marr had it go off a stick. What a setup by McKay. They score! A centering pass, Chisholm, and that's the hat trick for number 17. And a 4-goal lead for Pictou, as Chisholm has 3 in the first period. Rowan Chisholm, whatever you had for lunch, sir, continue it going, and the Hats will fly over at least one for sure, and there's a couple more, and one more for good measure. There's a hat trick in the finals here for Rowan Chisholm. What a game for number 17. 4-goal lead for Pictou, 2:34 remaining on the clock in the opening period. On the draw, Pelly trying to work it forward into the skates and work back just outside the Truro bench. It'll be worked back here over the line. Truro trying to work it in. McGinnis, he'll dump it down in deep. DeVorge to it first, up the wall. Good hold there on the far side by Geddes. Geddes overskates that puck. DeVorge will chip that up off the glass all the way down. Will that have enough for icing? It's rolling on his edge. Parker will get to it before the goal line. He'll work it up the half wall. Pelly read that. It's almost intercepted, but McGinnis, good defensive play to work it out, as it's been Pictou. Heavy on the forecheck here, Truro, with minimal amount of time, as McGinnis pressured once again. He'll work it back. Butcher is going to elect to dump that all the way down, just past the man there. DeVorge gets to it first. He'll stop things up, look for an option. So that was Reinhold. Nice feed up ahead. Timmins trying to pull it up, and a nice play. Timmins with it still. She lets a shot go, gets barreled down into the end wall, as no call on the play there. Is on the back check now, working it right back. Here comes the Bearcats. Weatherby to the blue line. Good active stick there was Bailey as he met him just inside the line. Down low. Good forecheck by McGilvery. Turned over. Here's a chance. Weatherby can't let the shot get away. To the side here. Timmins and Weatherby mixing it up a little bit on the half wall as it's worked back into the neutral zone. Sent back. Controlling that is Wiley Reynolds. He'll play it around to the short side. Bailey up for Janes. Janes, nice breakout by the Pictou County Crushers is right back. Here they come on the attack. Nice move. Sticking with it, trying to find Timmins through her skates. Timmins out there on the forecheck. Smith will chip it up past Avery all the way down. Hampton's going to go back for it. Hampton, the leader for the Pictou County squad. He gets pressured in the corner by Beasley. Good job there by Miriam and Beasley. Beasley down low. Pressured on the wall. Turned over as out. Here comes McKay. Up ahead for Janes. 3-on-2. they can keep things going. Chisholm following it up. James driving it down low. James centering off the stick. Great job with a good active stick there by McIsaac. Avery lets a shot go. That one is a little bit high and wide to the short side. Here's McKay, and that'll do it for the opening 15 minutes of action. After 15 minutes of play, the Pictou County Crushers with a commanding 4-0 lead here after one. We'll be back as McKay's going to go for a slash at the end of the period, and the Bearcats will start the second on the power play. Be back here for action in a little bit. Stay tuned. And welcome back here for our second period of action between the Bearcats and the Pictou County Crushers. The Bearcats will start this second period trailing by 4, but on the power play here inside the Eastlink Rath Community Center. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Logan Carruthers. We are live on High Button Sports as Chisholm with 3 goals in the first period, along with the captain Hampton adding one on as well. As here's Chisholm looking for more. Chisholm to the net, and that puck trickled in. He was looking for a call as he thought he got hooked up a little bit. No call on the play there as Chisholm a little bit frustrated. As Pictou squad energized on their bench here to start the second period as they are on the kill once again. This is the third power play for Truro as it's worked across in their own zone. Quickly up ahead. Past Butcher. T-tip that, so it'll be no icing. Work down below the line. He gets tripped down. That'll be a call as tripping call, and it'll be 4-on-4. And once again, the official has a word with the man who got tripped for some reason. I don't know what quite about. It'll be 2 for the trip. So 4-on-4 action here for a minute and a half. And a shot there from distance, able to find it and hold on, was Max Sim. On the draw. Chance off there was Pelly, had it poked away from him as he tried to let a shot go. And back here comes Truro, 4-on-4, chipping that in. McGilvery got bumped down. Reynolds got a piece of him, is back below the net. Here's Reynolds looking up ice, up. Was unable to connect. Parker is going to dump it right back in from center. That'll allow the men to go back. Here's Reynolds, go up ahead for MacArthur. Stepped up on there, that'll take away the icing. It's going to go all the way back behind Sim. Waiting, Parker turns it over, a shot there, and a good blocker save by Sim. Pelly up the wall for MacArthur. To the point, Bailey, he'll let a shot go looking for a stick, but found its way into the pad, and holding on is Sim once again. Shots now 12-3 in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. They lead this one 4-0. 34 seconds on the penalty to Kean McKay. Face off, one back, and Pictou will have a quick power plays. Here's a drive. That one had some eyes, but it was wide. Far side, Hampton at the line. He'll have to work it back. Up into the neutral zone, Hampton. He'll work it across. Hampton receives on the drop pass. He'll work it back up into the offensive zone. Hampton drops it off. Sangster's shot into the chest. A nice save. Rebound sent just wide off the side of the net. That puck will be cleared down by Truro as Pictou looking to add on to their 4-goal lead here in the second period. Hampton back to the power play. Got to be careful not to have too many men as McGrath up over the blue line trying to dish. Sangster following it up. That shot drive was just wide. Up the wall. 15 seconds remaining here on the power play. Avery off the bench stepping up as Merriam will chip that puck up to center. Right back in here on the attack. Timmins. Skate to stick, had it poked away from her. Timmins trying to work it towards. She had it poked off of her stick, and that'll do it for the power play for Pictou. Avery right back in on the attack, though, as he'll send that puck back in below the goal line of Truro. To the far side, that'll be sent out. Oliver Parker gets it into the neutral zone and right back onto his stick. Parker looks for an option. He'll find Merriam. Up ahead, McInnes. Pressured by James. He'll dump that in onto the stick, though, and worked around the Crushers. Trying to work it out. There's a good forecheck by MacArthur on the half wall. MacArthur coming up with the loose puck. Poked away from her. Here comes Chisholm right back. He looks for number 4. Chisholm down the wall. Chisholm shoots, scores! Rowan Chisholm make it 4 for number 17 as he gives his squad a 5-goal lead in the championship matchup. Wow, what a game for number 17, putting on a performance here in Pictou, or in Truro, sorry, for Pictou. 4 out of the 5 goals for his team here in the finals. Back out to take the draw against McGilvery. McGilvery trying to work it ahead off the draw. He pokes it back. Marr, though, gets to it. He'll work it back for his defenseman. McDonald on the half wall. Gets it back into the neutral zone. Manuel trying to work it back in. McGilvery out there as well. Turned over. Here comes Chisholm. Unable to split through that time. He's on the far side. Gill off the skate and back in deep. That'll force Manuel back. Manuel pressured hard there on the back check. Good back check by McKay. Here's McDonald. Sam McDonald down below. Wraparound on the backhand attempt. Chisholm, that shot got deflected wide. He looks for number 5. Up here for Keever. Keever unable to get it past DeVoorge. Now he'll try again. It's a good hold there by DeVoorge. DeVoorge once again dives at that one. Just at the line. McDonald able to hold it. He'll work it across McKay through his feet. Gill to the corner. He gets to it first. Gill around for Manuel. Manuel up for Kiver. Trying to work it out. McGilvery, he'll send that all the way down. It's going to be an icing call charge to the Truro Bearcats. With 10:39 remaining in the second period. 5-0 the lead here for Pictou. As it's going to take an amount of effort here to try to mount this comeback. Especially the way Rowan Chisholm is playing here this evening. As trying to work it back. Here comes Beasley. He had 2 in the matchup earlier against the Bulldogs. The game-winning goal as he had the lone 2 goals. As here's Sangster. Nice move at the blue line. Sangster working it in on his forehand. Shot there and a pad save. Down low, Sangster. Cycling it off the stick of Parker. He turns it over. Good job helping out there was Brooks. She'll knock it into the corner. Parker reversing for Miriam. Pelly pesting the puck. Sangster sharp angle shot off the end of the net. Reynolds to the point. A shot there. It's blocked. Beasley, he left it. And now here's a break for Truro. Hill gets center and dumps it down as he was pressured by Bailey. He'll peel off for the change as 5 fresh skaters out for Truro is to center. Mackay's a good back check. Finds Geddes. Trying to work it back. Was unable to get it in deep. As back to the blue line. Now to the side here as Timmins goes down. As good forecheck there once again by Timmins. It's going to be a delayed call upcoming here, 2 for tripping. It's going to go against the Bearcats. We'll wait to see what number. Looks like it's going to be number 14. Edmund McIsaac, he'll sit for 2 or less power play. Upcoming for the Pictou County Crushers. It'll be their first full-length power play of the game. Timmins on the face-off. She gets taken down. Puck cleared back to the point. Hampton trying to find the man there. Good active stick and a good read to clear that puck all the way down by Tucker Smith. Geddes on the forecheck. She'll pin the man up on the end wall. Trying to keep it down there. That'll be worked back here now. We'll have to get on the back check. As out comes Avery with a step around one. Avery up over the blue line. Has MacArthur with him. Avery trying to spinning through the legs move there. Was unable to pull it off. As Pictou pressuring once again. Timmins couldn't get her stick on that. Down low Avery. Waits. Plays it D to D. Or behind the net. I guess not D to D, is below the net. But Avery once again coming up with the loose puck. To the point. Hampton plays it over. Janes. Waits. Cross ice for Avery. Down low. Avery pressured by Manuel in the corner. Left it. Here's McGrath. Centered out in front. Janes shoots. That's blocked by Geddes, and that'll be cleared. All the way back into the Pictou zone. As out to stop it up and leave it there is Grayson Chasson. Has only seen 3 shots in this game. Tough to stay sharp when he hasn't seen too much rubber, but I'm sure he's down there doing his stretches and trying to stay into it as he can. It's a great start here and a great half of this game so far. As McKay looks to center it up top. Here's DeVore shooting. A blocker save. Rebound picked up. Worked back on the wall for McDonald. McDonald down low. Trying to center it out in front. Here's McDonald over top of the circles. A shot there over top. As a save made. I think it might have been blocked as McGilvery on the backhand will clear it out as he collides with Marr. Trying to do so. DeVore's last man back. Got to be careful. He'll play it across. McDonald in front of the Truro bench. Quickly up ahead. Pictou back on the attack. McKay as McGilvery. Good back check there. Chisholm picks up the loose puck though. The dangerous Rowan Chisholm centered out in front. McKay tried to shovel it through and that'll be held on to for a whistle by Sims. As McDonald looked for the loose puck as Chisholm out there setting up this time. What a play by Rowan Chisholm. Trying to set up the man from in behind the net. He just worked his way in. So a 5-0 lead here. 7:14 remaining on the clock in the second period. Sangster cycles it down low. Manuel read that. He'll chip it up the wall. Kyver was unable to get to it. Here's Pelly. He'll let a shot go. Blocked by MacArthur as it went off of his own teammate. Bailey. He'll work back into his own zone as Truro got it all the way down. That puck was unable to get a stick on it with Sangster. It'll be an icing call. Charge to the Pictou County Crushers. 6:51 remaining here in the second period now. As shots creeping up, 17-3 now in favor of the Crushers. Pelly on the draw. He'll win it back. Hampton dangerously in front of his net for Avery. Up ahead, trying to center that one was MacArthur. Good read though by the defenseman for the Bearcats as they look to get on the forecheck. Delayed offside. Beasley forced to tag back up. Miriam on the forecheck. Beasley chipped up ahead for Miriam. Back over. Here's a chance. Beasley raised that one just up over top of the glove hand side of Chasson. That pass behind MacArthur. She'll skate onto it though. Down low. Here's MacArthur. Trying to work it out. Off of her stick. Miriam picks it up below his goal line. He looks to break things out. Miriam up off the boards. It's going to go all the way down. Will it have enough for icing? Is it slowed down on its edge? Hampton. He'll bob and weave his way up through the neutral zone. Poked away from him As he looks to get it back in front of the bench. Here's a break 2-on-1. Geddes has McInnes and just under his stick. Into the corner, McInnes down low for Geddes. Looking to center out in front. Here's a chance. That shot into the chest and a nice save by Grayson Chaisson, trying to keep his game sharp, as that's only the 5th shot he's seen. Shots now 17-4 in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. Geddes on the offensive zone draw, trying to win it back, was unable to, as Butcher out there with them, trying to work it in, as a shot worked down the wall. Geddes, good stick to work it down, trying to center it out in front. Butcher was there, but a good defensive play, breaking that up. In front was DeVore, shot on, trickled into the glove, and that'll be held on to as a little bit of rough stuff after. .5:23 remaining in the second period. It's a 5-0 lead for the Pictou County Crushers, thanks to the centerman taking the draw here in Rowan Chisholm. He's got 4 goals in this one as McKay plays that back. In behind DeVore, trying to go off of his backhand. Trying to work it down low. Kyver. Weatherby's going to pressure Chisholm. He'll play it up off the wall. And out comes the Pictou County Crushers. Parker, good step up there. Found the man. Here's McGilvery. He'll work it back in deep. DeVorge reversing up the wall. Red, though, as a little bit of a body check there. And they'll play on as the championship game. Letting a little bit more go as Parker. They'll cycle it down low. Weatherby centered. Here's a chance. McGilvery, and once again, coming up big was Grayson Chaisson. As chance there for the Bearcats, looking to get on the board here in the second period, as there is still some time remaining in the game. Merriam on the offensive zone draw, out with Beasley. And Hill played around, up the wall. MacArthur tried to center off the skate as she spills out on the half wall. Pelly left it though as Hill centered, backdoor. Beasley shoots, and a save once again by Chaisson, who's been big here in the last few minutes for the Crushers, as he's hasn't seen much action, but he's done a great job on that little sequence. Here's Pelly back in on the attack. Pelly pinched off there by Parker. Puck loose. MacArthur out there trying to work it down the wall. That puck towards the net. Sangster let a sharp angle shot go off the side of the net. And here's Beasley with a little step. Look at the back check from Sangster on Beasley as he goes all the way back. Good effort there by the call-up Sangster. As that puck chipped up to the point. Not out. Beasley had to go past him, and now a break for Pictou. Pelly offside. Avery smartly goes across the line instead of in. Good job by Avery to stay onside. Avery's still with it, and it took 4 different players to knock him off the puck. As back here, McInnes had to go off of his stick. Sangster, before the red line's going to go all the way down, icing call will be charged against the against the Pictou County Crushers. 3:19 remaining in the second period of play. 5-0 the score here as Truro looks to get on the board with an offensive zone draw. Geddes out to take it, facing off against Timmins, as they'll do that one back over as a false start, according, and the ref once again is going to have a as they'll do it over again once again. Pictou. Timmins will be waved out. So in to take it will be Max Janes. Over to the wall. Played back smartly by Marr. As DeVore up the wall. Held in by Manuel. Over to the far side, here's Marr. He'll chip it up the wall. James looks to center that through the middle of the ice onto the stick of McGrath. McGrath, good back check though, as he got it poked away from him by McInnes. He'll chip that puck in deep. Butcher, pinched off there by Timmins. Butcher, hands up high as he spins away, trying to work it out. Butcher, back down low. Timmins has it on the wall as they get tangled up. As they ain't too happy about that, as puck will be worked up by the Pictou County squad. Back over the line. Nice move to Vorge. Good protection on the entry. Backdoor find. Chance out front. McGrath was unable to slide it past the defenseman who was down on one knee, taking the chance away, as that'll be worked back here. Truro look to get back in on the attack. McGilvery will get that down low, but with some time below his goal line, DeVorge calmly up. That'll find McDonald. Back through the neutral zone. McDonald followed up by McKay, up over the blue line. McKay's shot fluttered in as it went off the stick of the defenseman and trickled in. A pop-up style basket catch by goaltender Max Sims. Freeze play. Shots now 6 to 19 in favor of the Pictou County squad. Just under 2 minutes here remaining in the second period. Truro trying to get on the board here, trying to find a way to solve Grayson Chasson as Hill finds Merriam, has Beasley with him. Good job to stay outside, nice find. Here's Beasley, shot and a glove save. Grayson Chasson calmly into his glove, holds that on, and will freeze it for a whistle. What a pass on the entry by Merriam. Worked it over, spun it backhand and found Beasley. Off the draw, Beasley in early is going to have to do it over again. On the draw, Merriam lets the shot go, and once again, Chasson into his glove. He'll flash the leather and freeze play. Minute 35 remaining here in the second period. 5-0 lead. Truro looks to get on the board. Merriam, and they'll do it over once again. As the toe caps were in on the draw there, so they'll redo it. Got to make sure they stay outside of the dots, and a delayed call upcoming here. A cross-checking call to MacArthur will send Truro to the power play with 1.5 minutes remaining on the clock in the second period. Greta MacArthur, 2 for the cross-check. Late in the second period, can Truro capitalize of an offensive zone draw? Merriam, Beasley out there with Declan Hill as on the draw. Timmins ties up, won it back to the point. Smith able to hold it in down the wall. Good job, Beasley trying to force his way out. Puck cleared out of the harm's way though. Good job there by Sam Hampton. Has a goal in the game. He's been a big contributor here, the captain for the Pictou County squad. So here comes Smith. Back up over the line, Smith. He'll drive wide with some speed. Smith is trying to center. Good skate there by Hampton as the 2 number 10s tangle up down below the goal line. Hampton, though, coming out with it. He'll clear it up off the glove all the way down. He'll trickle in, and it'll be another quick whistle there, as I think Sims was going to play it, but premature whistle stopped the play, and it'll be another offensive zone draw upcoming for the Pictou County squad. On the draw, Truro looking to set things up behind the net. They'll play it over to the short side. Here comes Truro. Butcher trying to find a man up ahead. Butcher had it go away from him. Smith steps up, pinches the player off there as Geddes coming up with the loose puck. So go quick, nice little give and go there as it'll be worked back down low. Geddes on her backhand, looking to work it out in front as ran into some sticks there. Down low, Janes. Good job waiting for some pressure on his hip as it'll be worked up here. Comes Timmins, overskates the puck. Butcher on the turnover, back up over the line. Butcher makes a move, he gets leveled as Avery with a body check on him. As well, a little bit of extra stuff here after the whistle. Avery gonna go to the box with 6.5 seconds remaining in the second period. And Smith will go as well, roughing to both. So the power play was going to be a 5-on-3. Then Smith took the penalty to make it just a 5-on-4. And they were going to have a 36 or a 30-second power play, 5-on-3 to start the second. If they couldn't capitalize, then Smith took the other roughing penalty down by the player's door. And like that, so no, we'll play 4-on-3 because they're saying they were separate calls. They weren't coincidentals on the same play, so 4-on-3. So now they'll take the penalties off the board, so they'll talk about it again. So will it be 5-on-4 or 4-on-3? A little bit of a delay here inside the Eastlink Rath Community Center. So 5-on-4 to finish off the period. 6.5 seconds remaining, so the power play for Truro will carry over for half a minute if they can't capitalize here. Off the draw, McGilvery pushes it forward. Pelly blocked it. There's a chance. Weatherby shot ticked wide by DeVores, and that'll do it as Kyver and DeVores collide at the end of the period, and that'll do it for the second period of action. Pictou gonna head to the locker room with a 5-0 lead. We'll be back here for a third period of action on High Button Sports after this quick intermission. And welcome back, folks, for the third period of regulation here in the championship game of the U13 Northern Conference Division. The U13 AA level, as the linesmen put the pegs on and the net on those. So we get set for action. An abbreviated 30-second power play for the Truro Bearcats. They trail by 5 coming into this period, so it's going to take a lot. It's going to be roughly a goal every 3 minutes if they want to tie this one back up. And Max Sims has got to be sharp here in the third. McDonald and Hill getting a stern talking to, making sure they stay outside as the third period underway. Back up over the line. Sending that in was Hill, down low. DeVours will send that up to the point. Here's a chance for Chisholm. Good stick, though, to slow him down. Chisholm up over the blue line. Had it poked away from him. To the point, McDonald unable to keep it. Here's Hill. He'll try to go wide. Hill cuts to the middle. Shot there, goes wide. Into the corner, Marr takes out the man in the corner. Back to 5-on-5 as the man out of the box hasn't left yet. Wasn't paying attention to the clock. As now we'll be back to 5-on-5. So they had a little bit of an extended power play there due to some miscommunications. Pelly, he tried to pulls it around the chance there is Geddes. She gets dumped by Sangster. A little bit of rough stuff after the whistle. Here in the opening minute of the third period. We'll see if there's any penalties that come out of this. I'm guessing there probably will be. And there will be, and it looks like it's going to be Sangster to the box for roughing, along with, I believe, Gill for Truro. As Gill gets a little talking to from the officials. She seems to be talking to a lot of the players after and before plays. As the man will get kicked out there. That Geddes will get kicked out. In to take it now will be McInnes. Back to Bailey. Reynolds shot there. Goes off the stick of Parker wide. Parker poked off of his stick. Pelly trying to center it out in front. Geddes, good support to help out. The music's still playing a little bit here. As Bailey at the point, holds the line, lets a shot go tipped. Just wide by Pelly. Geddes trying to work it up the wall. Pelly runs into Butcher as he tries to work it out. Good job to work it back in, down low. Stepping in was Reynolds. Trying to work it up here is McInnes. He takes a ride and a delayed call upcoming. MacArthur looks like she'll head back to the box for the hooking. Some 4-on-4 action. So MacArthur back to the box for the hook. Another power play upcoming here for Truro. I think that's their 4th power play. As it'll be sent down low. Kyver trying to set things up here on the power play. He'll spin that down low. Looking for an option to the point. Here's a drive, a fan shot there and worked out by McGrath. Great job there by McGrath. He's going to pressure that puck all the way down below the goal line. He gets a little bit of the body there as Truro looks to break things up here. As out of the box, can't go yet because of coincidentals. They have to wait for a stoppage of play. That clearing once again will be all the way down. Hampton doing a great job to clear it all the way as McGrath will pressure it. Timmons out there pressuring the puck as well. They'll turn it over. Here's McGrath, steps wide, fans on that shot, and it'll be held onto by Sims. As some players out of the box now, it looks like it's going to be number 10, Tucker Smith, and I believe number 8, Joseph Avery, as they had the coincidental penalties at the end of the period. That carried over into this one, so they had to wait for a stoppage of play. As that puck to the point will be off the skate, and DeVores will send it back inside the Truro line. Fanned on there, here's a turnover. Chisholm looks for number 5, as he's got 4 on the game, 4 out of 5 goals for the Pictou County squad. He'll center, Marr steps in, shot there, just wide. Here's Merriam, up for Beasley. Beasley up in through the neutral zone, he'll work it, trying to chip it in, was unable to. Now it's going to send his man offside, as so with some time, DeVores takes his time. Waits for a little pressure, DeVores, he'll send that all the way down as Marr wanted it. Tapping his sticks, Brooks off of her skate to her stick, and that puck gets sent down. James caught an edge in front of the bench. He'll head off for the change. Nice read there, DeVores back on the attack. 1-on-4, DeVores to his backhand. Good stick there by the captain, Miriam. DeVores dumping it back down below as Parker pressured by Pelly. Parker gets pinched off on the Zamboni door. As the puck's still loose. Parker trying to kick it as down goes Pelly. And out with comes Miriam to Beasley. Beasley, he's going to try to use his speed here. He'll poke it ahead, just too far out of his reach as he goes into the boards. On the end wall as it'll be sent around as he'll peel off for the change now as a long shift for him on the power play is off the bench to the net, and a good stick there by Marr. And that'll be cleared out past Geddes into the neutral zone. Truro forced to regroup once again as almost 4 minutes expiring here in the third period, as offside at the line will stop play. As a little bit of pushing after the whistle. Looks like there between Geddes and Sam McDonald. A line change for the Pictou County squad. It'll send on Timmins along with McGrath and James. Face off just outside of their bench. As McInnes trying to work it back as McGrath up with it. McGrath cross-cornered up to the short side as James, something seemingly wrong with his skate. He keeps looking down, maybe an edge or a lace maybe getting caught up as back Geddes. She gets tied up just onside. Oh, and they called that one off as it looks like it's going to be a delayed call upcoming, and it looks like Timmins. Oh no, it's going to be Geddes to the box for interference. As I've lost track of the power plays and penalty kills, folks, as there's been quite a few here in the final game between these two squads. Timmins will stay out for the offensive zone draw. Power play upcoming for the Pictou County squad. She wins it back. Good hold there at the point. Bailey walks in to Timmins. Timmins to her backhand, steps around. Timmins shoots, trying to sneak it short side. Good job. Tight to the post there was Sims. As he's faced now 23 shots on the game. Centered was Timmins, unable to come up with it cleanly. Here's McGrath. McGrath in there trying to come out with it as Timmins in there as well. Good job by Timmins. She lost her stick, but using her skates to keep the puck into where she needs to as it's worked past her now, and that'll be cleared down by Weatherby. McGilvery on the forecheck, turns it over. He tries a shot from a sharp angle. McGilvery's spinning shot goes wide into the corner. As now Pictou back on the attack. Wiley Reynolds sends that all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. Charged against the Crushers. Face off back into the offensive zone for the Bearcats is still unable to solve the goaltender Grayson Chasson. One back to the point. Manuel tried to get it back in deep, was unable to. Good support though. Covering was Declan Hill. He'll spin that around to the short side. Pictou. Solid breakout here as out they come through the neutral zone. Nice move. McKay finds McDonald. McDonald tried the toe drag, Manuel. Good stick there, down low. McDonald gets it back to the point. D to D, here's Hampton walking in, shoots, rebound, still loose, another chance and a pad save by Sims. Coming up big there for the Truro squad. Chisholm looks for number 5, that one sent wide. Puck to the far side, delay called upcoming. As it looks like Chisholm's to the box. As Gill down holding his knee, back of his knee. Slashing call to to Chisholm. Gill laboring to the bench. A little bit maybe of a dead leg to Gill as he'll get some assistance. So it'll be a power play now for Truro. Beasley and Miriam, 4-on-4 action here. So my apologies, 4-on-4 for 24 seconds. Just over 9 minutes remaining here. As that puck will be won back to Vorge. He'll play it around with some time, looking for a centering option. Beasley almost intercepted that. Pelly picks it up. Through the neutral zone, Pelly. Good job there. Stepping up was Brooks on the far side. As MacArthur trying to work it back in deep. Pelly out there. Off the skate at the blue line. Beasley, good step there by Marr. Back over on the attack. Here comes Marr. A shot there. That one was wide. To the far side, Geddes out of the box will rejoin her squad. It's a power play for the next minute and 22. Beasley will send that puck in deep. Marr to it first with some time. Marr clearing attempt held in by Beasley. Beasley gets taken down by Marr, and that'll be a penalty, and Beasley probably has a word or two for Marr, and a 5-on-3 for 1:04 for Truro. So 1:04, 5-on-3 for the Truro Bearcats, trying to find a way to solve Grayson Chasson here in the third period. Yet to do so in this game. Butcher to the point. Smith, he'll let a shot go. Sent wide off the end wards. Butcher on the side here. It'll be William Butcher to the point. McIsaac slap shot. That's blocked by Janes. Picking it up off the block was Smith. Smith centered, tipped. Chasson holds on. And a little bit of rough stuff afterwards is Smith mixing it up in front of the Pictou net. Geddes in there as well. As we'll wait to see what the official's talking about. Smith is a defenseman, but he was already in the offensive zone. The faceoff will stay inside of the zone, as Smith was a defenseman. Potentially talking about as a late change there from Pictou. Sangster unable to take the draw as he was out late. So it'll be a defenseman out, Owen Bailey, to take this defensive zone draw. Bailey unable to win that. Butcher, nice flip to himself. Good stick though by Bailey to knock it into the corner. Here's a chance for Truro to try to capitalize. Butcher try to get on the board here. Down low. Out of the corner. Sharp angle shot from McGinnis. Denied by Chasson. McGinnis to the perimeter. He'll try to find it back door. Here's a drive. Butcher. Rebound. They trickle it in. Geddes taps it home. As Geddes got the last stick on it. And the Bearcats are on the board with a 5-on-3 power play goal. And I believe there's still going to be 1:11 remaining on the power play for the Truro squad. As it went off the glove, trickling past Grayson Chasson. And now the refs are going to have another meeting with the coach for Pictou this time. So another little delay here inside the Rath Eastlink Community Center. As they'll have another talk. As now she's going to talk to the other coach. And now we can start the game again. As face-off back to center ice. 5-1 the score. Power play for the Truro Bearcats. 5-on-3 goal for them. Has him on the board here in the third as they look to keep things rolling. McGilvery shot and Chasson with the glove holds on once again. Grayson Chasson has been exceptional. As Chasson has a couple words there for McGilvery on the draw. The intensity's starting to pick up here. The tension starting to build here as we approach the 7-minute mark in the third period. That clearing attempt up through the middle. Good job to clear it all the way down was Joseph Avery. Gill back out there after taking the slash. Got to be careful as some pressure from Timmins in behind. As McGrath read that, he'll dump it back in deep. Manuel below his goal line. Pressured by Timmins. Up here, Weatherby trying to center off the body of McGrath, who will send it back. Gill read that to center. Gill will dump that in as 24 seconds remaining here on the penalty to the Pictou County squad. Clearing attempt held in by Gill towards, as he finds Hill, finds a man, Miriam, and a pad save. What a chance, but what a save with the pads. Grayson Chasson, his probably best of the evening. Shots now 25-13 in favor of the Pictou County Crushers. Face off. One back by Truro. 5 seconds remaining. Miriam tipped on right into the glove. And a great job, very calmly, to hold on to that, but Grayson Chasson. 4 seconds remaining here on the penalty to Evan Marr. Trying to win it in, Miriam. He'll do so. It'll be picked up, though. Reynolds, pressured, finds DeVorge. DeVorge will chip that up ahead. McDonald will skate onto it with speed. Up ahead for Chisholm. Chisholm, he'll step wide. Chisholm waits. Shot off the pad. Rebound loose, and it'll be held on to. Good job to find it as it sat next to his pad for a second. Max Sim up with a save there. His 21st save of the night. He's seen 26 shots. 5 have been able to beat him. 3, to be fair, have gone in very tight quarters upstairs. Very, very nice shots to beat him. Not much he could have really done on them. As here's DeVorge, good hold at the line. Smartly will dump it down to the far side. McDonald pressured there by Smith. Chisholm up with the loose puck to the point for DeVorge. DeVorge waits, fakes a shot, and once again, not wanting to hit some shin pads, he'll cycle that puck down low. Chisholm over top of the circles, across here for DeVorge. Lets a shot go that time, and steered away by Sims. Pictou on the heavy forecheck here with some offensive zone time. As Getty's trying to work it out, she's pestered from behind as it's worked back here into the neutral zone. Play D-to-D for DeVorge. DeVorge, he'll throw across ice, and behind the intended target was Chisholm. Up ahead, Butcher trying to chip it around. The defenseman there gets it in, but Pelly off the bench He'll collect it, work it D to D for DeVore to the short side on the half wall. The defenseman chips it up. Sangster, that's definitely too many men on the ice there as they got tied up. As one was going off, they got tied up, one jumped on. It was definitely the reason for the player staying on the ice was because they ran into the Truro player. So Chisholm will go to the box and serve the penalty for too many men. And it'll be another power play for Truro. In the third period, McGilvery off the draw, holding his face, and high stick. I might have got him up in the chin area, up under his cage. And a high stick call is going to be charged to Bailey as McGilvery to the box. So James will step out to try to kill off this 5-on-3. Hampton and Avery on the back end. So a high sticking call. Haven't seen many of those called in the minor hockey days, especially with the cages on, but that one just got up under the cage, I believe, as Avery in there trying to pin up against the wall. Hampton clearing attempt, held in by Gill. Gill finds the man to set up. Here's Weatherby. Weatherby back up top for Gill. Gill, he'll dish it across. Shot there into the glove and held on to by Chasson. Grayson Chasson with another glove save, flash in the leather. 4:20 remaining here in the third period. 1:34 on the first, 1:38 on the second. As a 5-on-3 for the Bearcats. They try to get on the board, get their second goal of the game as they look to try to get closer to the 5 goals as Gill takes a spill. That puck gets cleared all the way down. Hampton, he'll have some time. With it, he'll control it, he'll send it high up in the air, and Gill tried to knock it down, was unable to. James will peel off, they'll send out McGrath to kill off some more of the 5-on-3. As that'll be cleared over to the far side for Beasley. Beasley, he'll chip and chase. As Miriam gets to it, up the wall, Beasley holds, down low for Miriam. Back up for Beasley. Trying to work it down. Miriam for Beasley to the point. Brooks, and I was unable to keep it in as that puck was a good couple feet out of her reach. Beasley back up in over the blue line. He'll chip it in and peel off for the change as that'll be cleared all the way to the point. Brooks thought she had it, but it'll be cleared all the way down. Was unable to glove it down. Parker back for it for Truro. He'll play it up here with some speed. Here comes Geddes over the blue line to the outside. Geddes down low, centered out to the point. Here's Parker down low for Geddes, poked away from her to Parker. He'll step in, trying to work it back down low. Off a skate, Geddes trying to feed back door. Here's a chance, this shot, and Chasson gets across. What a move there by Chasson, double push to get post to post and keep that one out. Parker slap shot blocked by Chisholm. Chisholm 4 goals in the game, and now with a block shot here in the third period. He's been doing it on both sides of the biscuit as Chisholm centered onto the stick. Here comes McKay with a move around one. Has a man with him. McKay slides it across. McDonald shoots and a nice save. Keeping that out. Oh, it trickled in. As I thought he got across and made the save, but it trickled in past Sims, and a 5-goal lead is restored here by Truro as Sam McDonald is going to pick up his 3rd point of the game. He's got now a goal and 2 helpers in this one. Now a 6-1 lead for the Pictou County squad here with 2:16 remaining on the clock. Face off, one back. Controlled by Pictou. It's worked D to D in their own zone. Pelly Tried to get it up through the center. Was unable to as it's turned back in here by Truro. Dumped in as we approach the 2-minute warning. DeVorge up the wall. Good hold. DeVorge, though, read that dump in. He'll play it back into the neutral zone. McIsaac. Sangster read that. Almost turned it over. Weatherby trying to get it in deep. McIsaac stepped up. It's poked past him. Pelly poked it up off the stick of Smith. As Smith, though, to it first. Pelly's going to pressure that puck to the far side. Kicked up as out comes Truro through the neutral zone. Sangster, good back check there. As they collide. As back picking it up, Smith. Was offside. It'll be delayed offside call with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining here in regulation. The Pictou County Crushers starting to get a little rowdy down on their bench. The sticks tapping beginning as these two squads not too far apart in proximity, just about, I would say, 45 minutes down the road. So I'm sure they've had some heated battles as McGrath will jump that puck back in deep, as I'm sure Pictou is happy to keep it down in the Truro zone. Bailey holds the line. Onto the stick. Janes trying to get it back at the blue line. Timmins, she goes down, and a delayed call-up coming, and Pictou is going to head back to the power play as Beasley to the box for the trip. As we'll see who hops over for the Pictou County squad. Timmins will stay, Reynolds will stay, Janes will stay, Bailey will stay, and it looks like McGrath will stay as well. Butcher and Geddes out there for the forwards for the Truro squad. As Parker and I believe Brooks on the back end. As here's Brooks below her net. She'll work it up. Butcher got a stick on it, but a great hold by Reynolds, keeping that puck in. Parker, though, below the goal line. He's got some pressure from behind. Timmins. Their pressure on the puck is off the stick of Reynolds. Bailey controls inside his blue line. Bailey plays it up the wall. Centering feed was picked off by Geddes in her own zone. Geddes will play it back out to the red line, and Reynolds will dump it right back in to the Truro zone. Brooks will pick it up. 30 seconds remaining here in regulation as the Pictou County Crushers looking like they will win the U13 North Division here in Truro as we await 15 seconds remaining. Geddes at the blue line. She'll dump it back in deep, and the countdown begins as the Pictou will pin it up in the corner. McGinnis trying to fish it out, and Pictou are the U13 AA Nova Scotia Eastlake Nova Scotia U13 North Conference champions here inside the Eastlake Rath Community Center in Truro. As the dyed hair flows from the helmets, the blonde dyed hair, one dyed pink, and the Pictou County Crushers win the U13 AA North Conference by a score of 6-1. Big game for number 17, Rowan Chisholm. He had 4 goals, and also a big game for number 6 as well. Sam McDonald, he had 3 points. He had a goal and 2 helpers. Thank you for tuning in here on High Button Sports. I'm Logan Carruthers. That'll do it for me. I'll leave you with the visual and the awards ceremonies, but for me, that's all. Have a good one, folks.